Just 1 second. It ain't showed up on here yet. We on.
Oh.
I'm just
Checking the volume and everything.
yeah, it ain't even showed up on this. Yeah, we on.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out here teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Baal Shabbat, the house of David. All right, this is Men of Valor Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. All right? First and foremost, the 144,000, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony, having the Rakak Wadash, the Holy Spirit, to provide wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? Faith. All right? But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this camp and let the Spirit take it for the next couple of weeks. And we'll be out here, Lord willing, on Wednesdays. All right? For the next 2 to 3 weeks. All right? Scheduling, you know, through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but Lord willing, it be edifying, uplifting unto the body.
Joel 3:10, it says, beat you plowshares into sword. Oh, Salaki. Amos. Oh, Amos.
Yeah.
It said Joel.
I'm sorry.
Salaki, that was me. It's Amos 3:7. It says, surely Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, thou power, will do nothing but he reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Right. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right? Letting you know, that the prophets are back on the scene. All right? Giving you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because we are in the end of we are in the last days of the end days. All right? The final moments. All right? That Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is yet giving us mercy and grace to still bring out this truth before all chaos and disorder breaks out. Okay? We have to take this and understand that it is a form of mercy and grace that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is still providing unto us. All right? Before all hell breaks loose. All right? And it's really knocking at the door.
Yeah.
Okay?
The lion hath roared, he will not fear. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai, thy power hath spoken. Who can but prophesy? Prophesy the water.
Right. So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, put his men out on the highways and byways to what? Prophesy. All right? Who can stop? All right? He prophesied. All right? Who can but prophesy? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, has raised up his men to be out on the highways and byways to give you that fair warning. All right? So you have no plausible deniability saying, I didn't know, I didn't hear. All right? There's men day in and day out. All right? Giving you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Right. Through the unicorn. All right? Through men being out here on the highways and byways where you can walk around in pure time. All right? In real time and receive the good gospel. A pure, unadulterated message. All right?
The good news.
The good news, the gospel. You can ask questions. You can have a true conversation. All right? Not on some bullshit, but on some righteousness. Through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that you may be edified and understand. And Lord willing, be sealed as the elect. All right? As we are of the hopeful elect. Okay? You got it.
Yeah, this is Hosea 12:10. It says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions, and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. And, in these last days, the Lord said that he would pour out his spirit, upon all flesh. But it starts with the prophets. Mm-hmm. He's multiplied visions. As the closer and closer we get to the end of this thing, All right, more and more brothers, having these, powerful visions, you know, uh, of either seeing the end, seeing heavy judgment put on this place, and all that does is, solidify brothers' faith. It helps solidify brothers' faith in this truth and their deliverance.
Right.
But he said he multiplied it, so it's growing.
Right.
This is the word, is spreading like a wildfire.
Right.
You got it.
No, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not stagnant. All right, y'all think that the Most High and His only begotten Son are just sitting up and like
Put them in the box.
yeah, we're just going to sit here and wait. And I change things every time, and I don't hate the sinner. I just hate the sin. So
They can do whatever they want.
and then I'm just going to bless everybody. All right? No, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is actively working. All right? He's continuously working in brothers' lives. He's continuously giving orders to the angels. He's continuously, telling the angels, hey, go wake him up, block him, block her, wake her up, do this, do that. All right? He's directing the traffic of the heavens. Okay? He is a director of the movie, day in and day out. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not a man where he gets tired. All right? He doesn't have to rest. He chooses to rest. All right? He rests on the seventh day. Why? Because he said, this is good. I'm going to rest this day. He could have did it anytime. He didn't have to do it, but he chose to do it. Why? Ultimately, so we have a rest in him. Okay?
No.
Oh, you can keep going.
No, I got another one.
No, you keep on. You can go ahead and pull that out. He's going right down to the table.
About a 5.
Lord willing.
It's Hebrews. This is the book of Hebrews 1:1. It says, Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Mm-hmm. Goes to show you that Yahweh Shem Yahushua only speaks by his prophets. All right? He speaks to the common man, all right? Essentially the Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indians, as well as the speckled birds whose father's line goes back by his mouthpiece, the prophets, to give them warning, to show them knowledge and understanding.
Right. And how, it said diverse manner, so he spoke to his people in many different ways, through the prophets. Hey, what's the way he's using now? He's using, the primary source of YouTube.
Yep.
Where day unto day, night unto night, utter speech, his words go out through that line.
Right.
That's how that's one of the diverse manners of our power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua has been using, his prophets to push forth his word.
Right.
To push forth this gospel. It's verse 2, it says, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his son. All right, Yahushua. Okay. It says, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world. And that prove that, hey, Yahweh, this is Yahushua's ministry under the order of Malak Tazadak, Melchizedek.
Yep. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua continues to forward his ministry, forward his good news, his gospel, to go out through the whole world. All right, so that you have an opportunity to receive his message, his love, his grace, and his mercy, or his judgment. All right, because we all will appear before the seat. Appear before Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the seat of judgment, whether it's good or bad. All right, we all will be judged. So understand what Yahweh Shem Yahushua has for us that are faithful and true. All right, that walk through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the best of our ability. Okay?
back on Amos 3:9, it says, publish in the places at Ashad, and on the places, and in the palace in the land of Egypt, and say, assemble yourselves upon the mountains, O Samaria, and behold the great tumults in the midst thereof, and of the oppressed in the midst thereof.
Right, because we're the oppressed. All right, this is a modern day Egypt, modern day Babylon, modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, here on the shores of America. This is all spiritual. All right, the spiritual bondage that we are in. We have a deliverer. We have the keys. All right, we have the keys to get out of captivity, to break the chains. See, clinging unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is breaking the chains of your mind. When you start understanding fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? It is the key to the lock, because your mind is locked up and entrapped in a dungeon right now. If you have not the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, there's no light. All right? But yet Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai provides unto you, faith, fear, wisdom, and knowledge. You can find the keys in the dark because Yahushai is the light. All right? That light appears and says, here's the keys. All right, you felt around for the keys, you got them, and now that you got the lock, now you're starting to see. Now that light is starting to shine brighter. All right, through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Verse 10, it says, for they know not to do right, said Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, who store up violence and robbery in their palaces.
Right. The heathens know not to do right, but 2/3 of Israel don't know to do right either. All right? They don't do right because, they cling after their father, the devil. They follow after the way of Western culture or any other culture besides their own. All right? Your true heritage, your true culture, is the basic instructions before leaving earth. This is your life manual. This is all that you need. All right?
It's like how you going to battle or anything in life when you don't have the plays to maneuver.
Right.
You thinking you just going to free ball it? Because that's what you 2/3 are doing anyway. You foolish, sottish, right? You have no cares, no fear, no nothing. You just say, oh, it's my way, yellow, I live only once, I do what I want to do. You know?
I was trying to
but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai going to see otherwise.
Yep.
This is Jeremiah 4:22 says, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have not, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge of.
Right, they have no knowledge. All right, because they don't want to do good. They're foolish. They said, you know what? Like the brother just said, I got it. I'm gonna walk this way. I got it. Don't worry. All right? I ain't got to worry about shit because I'm self-made. All right?
Yeah, they think that, they know best for themselves.
Right. But here it is. You have the manual.
Right.
You have a manual to your life.
They think they have a smoother lifestyle.
They got they have that complex. Looks like it. You made me lose my thought. But they are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Mm-hmm. They have no care for the words coming from the Most High, and that's why they misuse the prophets. We're warning them to that heavy judgment is coming, and then that ain't gonna happen in my time. But guess those days are prolonged. What's that in Ezekiel? They're so far off.
Right.
But now he's going to put that work in, and you're going to see it firsthand.
I got a Jake that says that all the time. Bring up the scriptures. All right, Jake at work all the time. All right, every time the scripture is spoken between me and a brother. All right, it's always, man, that ain't gonna happen in our lifetime. What? Do you not see what the news is saying? Do you not read articles? All right? Do you not see what's happening around you? All right? This happened times past. It happened before. They've been saying for 100 years, before my parents' parents, that the world was going in. Right?
Yeah, we know we in that third and fourth generation now. Right?
Yeah. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, gave them not to understand it. All right? It's a parable to them. Hey, in the book of Matthew, it says, hey, why speak unto them in parables? All right? And what did Yahushai say? Hey, because it was for you to know the mysteries in the kingdoms of heaven. This word isn't given to everybody. All right? It's not for everybody to receive salvation. All right? Some have to receive that destruction before they get, hey, that salvation. Wake up in the kingdom. All right? In salvation. After they've, hey, learned by thermonuclear fire and ICBM, pestilence.
Disobedience.
All right? Hey, the sword from Esau, Edom, for the disobedience and the disrespect. After they learn, hey, cancellation and deletion by pain, after they pine away.
I was just thinking about that script in Second Esdras 9.
Yep.
You know, the same must know it after death by pain.
Yep.
You know?
And then you'll have some respect. Then you'll understand. I was wicked. Man. All that was wicked. The whole world that I believed in. I believed that he had the whole world in his hand. And I believed the lie. It wasn't, yes, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has the world in his hand, but it's Satan's playground. He has the power. Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave him the power, more power on that realm for a time period. All right? So that the wheat and the tares could be sifted through. For the righteousness and unrighteous, righteous and unrighteous can be sifted through. All right, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai could return his elect unto him, but the entire nation of Israel. Right.
You love Satan more than Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
But Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, he still has mercy and grace even in that time to bring you back to be a part of his nation, to be Yasharella, for him to put his name on you. All right, you got to pray, Darash.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
I was shapen in iniquity. I was shapen in misunderstanding. I was shapen in a fashion, a way after the world. But in sin, hey, in sin was I conceived. All right? In this world, in the state of this world, and not telling what happened in that bedroom. All right? Even. All right? Was it another man's wife? All that. You have multiple facet levels of sin that this world offers you coming in to this world. All right? Just by being a seed in the womb in this world, you're already being attacked. All right?
Verse 6. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Verse 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, we're asking Yahweh Shem Yahushai to cleanse us. All right? Wash us. All right? To purify us, to make us clean before him. So that we may present ourselves unto him as that chaste virgin. Pure, delicate, and clean. Without blemish. That not only we be presented to Yahushai, but in essence be presented to the Father as well. That Yahushai testify of us that we have kept his word faithful and true. There's no better reward than for Yahushai, hey, to speak your name unto the Father. That means you're one of his chosen, one of his elect. I know him, Father. That is that you have gave me. They did and kept to the word that you said. the assignment that you gave them, for the sacrifice that you gave them, and as you gave them to me.
Verse 8 says, make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Verse 9, hide thy face from my sins and blot out mine iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me.
Right, a clean mind. That heart is a clean mind, that we are renewed. All right, not only renewed daily, all right, because we're being attacked daily, yet we have to ask for mercy and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai each and every moment, each and every day. Take away the stony heart and put a fleshly heart. All right. Hey, each day, soften the stony heart. Soften it until it's able to be broken. All right. Until your mind's able to be shattered by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. See, this is what we pray for. This is what we continue to. Because being in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai comes with suffering. It comes with discipline. It comes with reward. It comes with faith. It comes with understanding. The reward is that you get to serve and that you know his name and that you have protection of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Until he decides, hey, to send his only begotten son, Yahushai, back to repay us 100-fold. But the reward is already there because you have the truth. So understand, you got a piece of your reward right now. You got a portion of it. It's already your reward. You got your crown. You gotta keep it. You gotta hold on to it. Let no man take your crown. Stay in the faith. Stay with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Still on him.
Yeah, that was it.
This is Matthew 11 and verse 16. It says, but whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Right. We've cried unto you. We've sung this song unto you. We've given all that we had unto you for you to understand, but you said, hell no. I don't want it, nor do I understand it. I don't want to understand it. Leave me alone.
I don't care for it.
Yeah, but you're playing a different tune, you know, singing that good song, you know, but you ain't getting jiggy with it.
Right.
You ain't with the movement. It's like, you know, that's what it means. You can't dance. You're not getting, you know, with the words of the prophets. You know, it's not moving you. Why? Because the Lord ultimately didn't put the Spirit on you to hear it.
Right.
All right, to take heed to it. You know, it's because you wicked. At the end of the day, you wicked, and you love wickedness. You know, more than you love death more than the light. You know,
Right.
You're a product of dead works.
Yep.
You know, you love this vanity and vexation that comes in with this world.
Right. It's the highest form of flattery for you.
Right.
No? You got one?
I got a different for you. This is Isaiah 58. I'm gonna read it in NLT, starting at 1. It says, shout with the voice of a trumpet blast, shout aloud, don't be timid to tell my people Israel of their sins.
Right. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said, shout, don't be timid. Sometimes the message might be a little bit rough to hear. All right? That you're the fuck up. It's your fault. That Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is not a respecter of persons.
Yeah, the Lord appointed us to point you out.
Right.
You know, that's gonna get you off, especially in these times. First you gotta know what times we're in. You know, we in the end, the last of the last days, as the brothers were speaking about. You know, when we opened up, the last of the last days. It's even that much more crucial that you have your shit together now than you did, you know, 2 years, 5 years ago.
All right.
Because the closer the Lord gets, the harsher, you know, and the quicker, the more expedient his judgment is going to be towards Jacob.
Right.
Until we're in all-out chaos.
Right, because what did he say? He said, hey, the judgment shall start in my house first.
Right, and if you're of the elect, you know that refinement. Ultimately, all of Israel is being refined right now. Whether you get, purged out through incinerated.
Right.
With that tempest. I don't know if you brothers saw. A brother put in the chat AI generated video of New York getting hit with a blast.
I didn't see that one.
Getting hit, yeah. Give a very visual, a good visual of what that day is gonna look like. And how that ICBM gonna hit, and then that mushroom cloud sprout up, and then that wind come, that destroying wind. Yeah. And it say in the scriptures that the angels are holding back that wind for the elect. But once the elect good, and up out of here, that wind's going, they gonna take their hands off it.
Right.
It's like tug of war. If you playing tug of war, and then you just let it go, the whole team,
right.
the opposite team falls. That's the type of force that which, so you can't compare it, but that type of force, is what the Lord gonna just completely decimate this place with.
Right.
I wanted to read down Isaiah 58:2. It says, "Yet they act so pious. They come to the temple every day and seem delighted to learn all about me. They act like a nation, or they act like a righteous nation that would never abandon the laws of its power. They ask me to take action in their behalf, pretending they want to be near me."
And that's you motherfucking Christians. That's you motherfucking Christians out there. You fucking pulpit pimps. All right? And you wayward fucking doctrine people. All right? Salakia for getting so vulgar, but that is exactly you motherfuckers. All right? You, oh, God loves me, God is this, God is that. You're so overly righteous,
they
holier than thou.
They're more wicked than, Jake in the world, a street Jake.
Yeah.
Which they all wicked too, but they think they doing the right thing. And these other people that, are ignorant, they may not believe in, a certain religion or anything. But they'll call on, on God and Jesus when times get tough.
Right.
We have a tattoo of Buddha on their arm, and all these other idolaters, they idol worshipers.
Right.
But point being, man, they say that they clean, they a good person,
God knows my heart.
God loves me, he don't like the shit that you're doing at the end of the day.
Hey, when you Christians, come up to the camps and everything like that.
Overheated.
Hey, what do you continuously do? You over here casting judgment and blame on the prophets. All right? True, sincere men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai claiming deceit and guile in our mouth. All right? When we're only speaking after the scriptures. That Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has give us the wisdom and knowledge to understand, starting with our head apostle Tahar.
Give me your phone.
Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah. All right? So, hey, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai continues, to show you and continues to tell you, giving you grace and mercy, to understand. But if you choose not, to take heed, it will ultimately be to your demise.
You will get destroyed.
Right.
That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Yeah, I have one.
That was it on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Luke 1:10. It says, "And the whole multitude of the people were praying without at a time of increase.
All right. Go ahead.
And there appeared unto him."
Slocky, that was, I said 1 and 10, I meant 1 and 7.
1 to 70?
1 and 7.
So like
My bad.
Start at 69.
69. Fine. Luke 1:69, it says, and hath raised up.
Actually, 60. I think one more.
68. Yeah, blessed. Yeah.
Yeah, blessed.
Yep, kind. This is Luke 1:68. It says, blessed be Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thou power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Right. He's visiting and redeeming his people by word of the prophets. All right? By allowing the angel say, it is time, my son, to go wake this brother up, wake this sister up. Provide them with the wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Provide them with the faith. All right? Right, the why. All right? He is not a prophet.
Now, when you go into this story, this is Elijah the prophet's father, Zechariah.
Mm-hmm.
That was his name, right? Zechariah.
And
Now, huh?
Yep.
Now, he had the angel. All right. I said Elijah. Slaki, John the Baptist.
I know he meant that. I didn't. My head was
right. Well, this is John the Baptist's father. You know, the angel just visited him and covered his mouth. You know,
couldn't speak 8 months.
Where he couldn't speak, right? So this was after his tongue got released because they were trying to pick the name for him. He said, no, it's John, because that's what the angel told him. And then that was the first thing he got up and prophesied. And this is all a prophecy of what Zechariah was speaking about. You know, and just read that.
69
or 68.
Or 68. I'm sorry.
So these are the first words that he spoke after, giving, the correct name and making sure that correct name was his son.
Oh, shit.
This is Luke 1:68. It said, blessed be Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thou power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
Right, he has visited and redeemed his people. All right, and this is why this message is coming out, to visit and redeem his people. That Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai may make his word known so we can receive the message of deliverance. All right?
Mm-hmm. And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
Has raised up a horn of salvation for us, being Yahweh Shai. All right? First that he sent John the Baptist, and then, sending Yahweh Shai, so that we have the ones, all right? We have the one to deliver us. All right? Which is Yahweh Shai.
No, okay, and I wanted to also make the point, Zechariah, had his mouth closed for a period of time, but then it said that a horn of salvation would be raised up, and then that word would come out. After the horn was raised up, which is Yahweh Shai. Now Yahweh Shai had to put the spirit back into his elect men, the prophets, so they could open their mouths, into the rest of the nation.
Right.
Being that, that period of time was without the truth.
Gave way to the prophets. Right? As John Baptist came, to spread the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the forecoming of his ministry. All right? Because John Baptist was the progenitor.
Right.
All right? But when Yahweh Shai came to the scene, he said, I must decrease so he can increase. All right? Roughly paraphrasing scripture. That was the horn of salvation being opened unto the nation of Israel.
There's also a parable between the priesthood of Aaron, decreasing, and then the order of Melchizedek being raised up. Which goes into that horn being raised. Now the time period, that was just sorry,
It all goes with this.
No, I was just saying that the time period we were without the truth, then when we were able to speak again, rightly the word, that's that spiritual connection between, those 3.5 days, and then the spirit being back on us to have the knowledge of this gospel.
Right. We had it. It was taken away, and then we're getting it and have it again. All right. It was taken away for a time period again. Why? For the disobedience, disrespect, and all the. So the prophecy, hey, they come to pass. All right.
Luke 1:70 says, as he spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been seen, the world began.
Since the world began. All right?
Yeah. So.
Sound good? All right? Hey, the prophets have been out here since the beginning. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has always had his prophets out here. Whether they were able to speak or not to speak. A certain amount of knowledge was given to provide and to what's the word I'm looking for? To provide and to hold the truth, hold a portion of the truth. All right. So even though that it can come out at a later point in time. All right. Mute, but preserved. All right. The truth has been preserved. Hey, throughout all generations, by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, it was preserved in this basic instructions before leaving Earth. It was encrypted. It was enough known, and it was written in a way where these other nations could use it against us, so it could remain here for this time. Because if they truly had the understanding, this book would never have been the #1 selling book of all time. They wouldn't have had it in hotels, motels. But now what are they trying to do?
They're taking it out of your
all right?
hotels.
They have already taken out of your hotel, motels, taken it out of your schools. Now they're trying to implement a version back into school. All right? Why? Because the rights to these scriptures are now belong to the worldly rights of these scriptures belong to somebody else. So now they can change and manipulate a lot more. All right? Read 70.
Yeah, that's it. Isaiah 28:9 says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Right, weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Hey, to understand the basic and simplest things so that you understand the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and this is the salvation of the nation of Israel. There is no other way. All right? To keep that which is in the eyes of the world, right? Which is righteous in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but what's unrighteous in the eyes of the world. And what's unrighteous in the eyes of the world? Hey, following scriptural doctrine. All right? It's unrighteous in the eyes of the world. Not bending to the left, not bending to the right, but staying on that straight and narrow path through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hey, it's against the world. You got a pre-Darash?
This is Deuteronomy 31:19. Now therefore, write ye this song for you, and teach it the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. Verse 20, for when I shall have brought them into the land which I swore unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves with wax and fat, then will they turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant.
And that's essentially what we did. But we had to do that to get to this point here today. We had to go off so we could be the judges of the earth. We had to go off so we could, receive the order of Melchizedek. Everything happens for a reason. And for a season. The season we were, to be disobedient, to be backsliders, to turn from the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and not have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding unto us. That season is past. Now we're clinging back for this song to be a testimony unto us, yet of our of the righteousness of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and what we are to be, and who we are, and where we came from, and what we did. Israel had to learn more accountability and responsibility to find respect unto that which is precious unto us, our heritage. It should be precious unto you. The song is testifies against us and for us. All right?
Deuteronomy 31:1, and it shall come to pass when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I know their imagination, which they go about even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear.
Right. Hey, and that's going to happen. All right? We're not yet in the promised land. But yet, we are working on our promise. Working towards that promise. Because this is the steps to get there.
Yeah, even in the after the deliverance, Israel, we had a thought, that imagination to do evil,
Yep.
to make that molten calf,
Yep.
To worship a false idol,
Even though we were just delivered, we still had no respect. We were in awe and wild, but after that just wore off. It was like, oh man, that was cool. Yeah. Okay, next.
That quick.
Right?
Crazy.
That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai called us a stiff-necked, stubborn people. Because we were set in the ways of the world and not the ways of the word.
Yeah, and look, the word imagination in Deuteronomy 31:21, Yetazar, I believe that H3336. Yeah, 3336. And look what it is. It says form, framing purpose, framework, form, pottery, a graven image. Man as dust as formed from the dust, so a graven image. Man, these are all things that Israel worships. It says that we will not, follow the precepts of men.
Yep.
The word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
But yet we did follow those precepts of men.
A purpose, imagination, device, intellectual framework. That's going into with these two turds, and the rest of the wicked of our people are gonna be set up next to worship, that MOTB.
Hey, it's already doing it now. All right. Hey, they got their puppets. Hey, preparing you for it. Charlemagne the God.
Yeah.
All right, he's preparing you for it, and his whole podcast.
Yeah. Actual your influencers,
Yeah.
Right, the ones you hold your celebrities. All right, your giants of this world. People who have status in the world of Israel.
Your American idols.
All right. Oh, you got break.
This is Habakkuk 2:18. It says, "What profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols."
Right. Hey, you trust on Egypt. You trust on all these other nations to lead you and to guide you in the right way. but especially Esau eat them.
No.
You let him prop you up. Hey, I'm gonna give you stars. I'm gonna give you a Michael Jackson. Give you Michael Jordan.
Yeah, as it says in the Apocrypha, you know, these idols can't even wipe the dust off themselves.
Right. I'm gonna give you Buddha. I'm gonna give you the cross.
You can't lose weight and be healthy.
Right.
Yeah, but continuing on, it says, "Woe unto him that saith to the wood, Awake, to the dumb stone, Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it."
That's your rock in Mecca. All right. That's your wooden crosses. All right. You're going and traveling around that stone, worshiping these elements. All right. Instead of worshiping the one who made the elements, who gave way to the blueprint of all things. You worship the creature more than the creator. You worship the creation more than the creator. All right? And Yahweh Shem Yahushai said this is not to be. Not for you, Israel. You see, we weren't set up to follow after false idols. These other nations had their own gods. And they only have their own gods till the time of our God. Yahweh Shem Yahushai reveal and show himself fully in his nation as he once did. But then how much more when he sets his nation up for an eternity?
Right. This is, you know, how Babylon the Great has programmed, you know, its citizens, you know, to be these, you know, these idol worshippers.
Right.
You know.
As the brother said, American Idol.
Yeah, from you know, from inside the womb. You know?
Yeah.
I have one more. This is verse 20 says, "But Yahweh is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him."
Right. He is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent. All right? Be silent, hey, when you approach the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right? But be silent, hey, when it comes to speaking something you don't know about. And you heathen nations and 2/3 of the nation of Israel don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But yet they want to speak on the scriptures, speak on their Christianity and how their God and their God wants them to have a G6 jet, and God bless me with this and God bless me with that. You're not reading the scriptures. You're not understanding what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is about. You don't even know his name. Can I get one? I don't even know what mine is.
All right, this is Isaiah 28 and verse 9. It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little."
Right, that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, you can't read this book like a normal book. You can't read this heritage book as if it were a comic book, as if it were a novel. All right? You have to go and search for Yahweh Shem Yahushai's knowledge and understanding. And first, he has to open it up to you. He has to give you, what is that called? The key. All right? He has to give you the key to the test to know the answers. He has to give you the key to understand the encryption. To get to the treasure.
likes a treasure. Everybody likes a treasure, man.
X has to mark the spot.
For with
Stammering.
Yeah, stammering lips, the water. Another tongue will he speak to these people.
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, gives us, and hits all fashions, right? Gives us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right? Speaks in every tongue, language. All right? Day unto day, night unto night. There's no speech, and there's no language. All right? That it can't be understood. If Yahweh Shem Yahushai provided it unto you, the understanding. All right? You got to pray.
Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 9. It says, when thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. Verse 10, there shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, verse 11, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer.
Right. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai said you should not really, to make it simple, even simpler, you shouldn't follow after the ways of the Western philosophy, the American doctrine, and doctrine of these nations. Everything that they okay is damn near an abomination. 99.9% okaying mixed fabrics, okaying these foods to be in the store with these modified sources. All right? Giving you licensing to sin. Saying this is okay with that person and that's okay with this animal. All that goes against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that's just something simple that you should be able to understand. It allows you to go against the grain. This is what this place wants. They want you to question Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, question God, all right, with wickedness. Not about wickedness. They want you to do the act and question him, why can't I do it? I did it. Lifting up your pride. Adding insult to injury. All right? And then ask her, what you gonna do about it? I did it. I thought you was God. Hey man, that's why judgment is going to go out. That's why it's going out now. Just like that one I sent in the chat.
Final destination.
Yeah, sent in the chat with that car accident.
I didn't see it.
Her head was twisted.
Yeah, whole body twisted up.
She wasn't getting out of it.
Right? Left there in the middle of the street. And you know this day, hey, it's on social media. Damn.
She's saying, please don't record it. She said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it's already done.
I already did it.
I already uploaded it. It was on live.
Oh, the driver said that?
No, it was just a standby.
Yeah, somebody standing by, just seen it, and they came out with the camera. Oh, got all up on it. Oh, and then the person running across the street is like, don't record that. Well, judgment.
They're just gonna take it down.
That's a point of fear. Hey, know that these videos are fear for you. When you get this, when you start receiving the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it is yet the fear. All right? You might not have to see it in real time, but maybe that video will help you out.
Because you don't see it.
Yeah, look before you cross the road.
Right.
Or, that one Jake, that was one of the coldest videos I seen. Was a Jake that got on live right after he he offed his girlfriend that he caught cheating on him. You know.
Oh, he did it live? Yeah.
Okay. Judgment. That should provide you some fear, because when you read with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, hey, why did that person get off? Was it a woman?
What?
They got off?
Yeah, we watched the video. You showed me the video. It's
talking
the
about
chick
Oh yeah. I forgot about that video.
that did it. Well, he found out his girlfriend was cheating on him, and then I don't know if he strangled her or what.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
But he went on live right after to show everybody that, you know, what he did. He was, you know, said, I don't care where the police at. I'm waiting for the police to come get me.
Yeah. Hey, but that was in the eyes of Yahweh Shimi Shai, that was a righteous judgment. He didn't obey the laws of the land at this point in time like he's supposed to. All right? But hey, that offense. If she wouldn't have caused that offense, that wouldn't have happened. But when you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and you read the scriptures, and it tells you that, hey, that was righteous. I mean, in the day she would have got stoned. All right? Brought before the village.
There would have been a process.
Right.
You know.
But the judgment nevertheless.
Deuteronomy 18, verse 12, it says, "For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh."
Yeah, an abomination unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Going off. All right? Doing that which is unrighteous, unclean, unholy. All right? That is an abomination unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And because of these abominations, Yahweh thy power drove them out from before thee.
Yeah, the whole nation was driven out because we did those abominations. All right? And now we're here today. We can't right our wrongs, but we can adhere to the scriptures and ask for forgiveness, repent, and keep from those things that we once did.
It says, "Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy power." Verse 14, "For these nations which thou shalt possess hearken unto observers of times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy power hath not suffered thee so to do."
Yeah, we are not to do those things. All right? But no, we have to keep time because we have to go to work. All right? So know these things, some things we can't control. Yet do we have grace and mercy. All right? Yet do we have to do these certain things that are out of our control. But we practice and rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability. Okay?
Verse 12, Isaiah 28 and 12, it says, "To whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear."
Right. This is where you may rest. This is where you get your strength. In the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is how you come back from being unclean. This is how you get clean. This is how you please Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Is adhering to his word, his laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Repenting, calling upon his name. If you're a man of Israel, doing the work and standing stiffly for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you be a prophet, or be a help unto the prophets, or just be a man of Israel leading your household in the right way of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hearing and taking heed. All right? These are the ways. This is the way, walk ye in it. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua will provide everything you need. Don't worry about the day-to-day, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua provides your daily bread. Yes, everything is getting tight. A lot of people are fucked up and fucked off. Waxing worse. Learn how to keep your head down and mouth shut in ways. Know that people, hey, are getting angrier. Angry. Even more wicked. But at the same time, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is putting his anger and his fury in us. And his austerity. But with all that, he still says, hold your peace and provide your peace until I rise you up to the prey. No matter what I give you, no matter how I put it on you, use wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He said, wait until I rise you up to the prey. I know it's becoming even more vexing. I know it's getting harder. I know more people are pushing your buttons. I know the persecution of the saints is upon us. Jacob's trouble is knocking at the door. All this is happening. But wait.
And you gotta know, we want to be delivered today. You know, we want that deliverance yesterday, but hey, this time is, you know, being used to get us ready for that. Because if you ain't, you know, making it now, you ain't gonna make it then. You know, you for sure if you can, taking out the spirit and acting carnal because of what's now, well, when it's amplified, you definitely not gonna make it.
Right. So how about Shem Yahushua that will keep us if we follow him. He can't keep who's not following. He's a shepherd.
They feel like they got to jump.
Right. He said, you know what? It's that a sheep went astray. He said, I'm going to go this way. But he said his sheep know his voice and they will follow me. Are you his sheep? Lord willing. Because if you're following, after the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you're clinging unto his word, there's a very good possibility you could be one of his sheep. Stay in order. Stick to the scripts. To stick to the script. Each individual scripture provides a point of comfort. He said, I written this, everything written aforetime is written for our learning. To learn how to be patient. To learn how to be at peace. To learn to hold your tongue. To learn how to fight. Not just a physical fight, right? A spiritual physical fight. A mental fight. Remember, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said, I'll teach your hands to war. He is gearing your mind for this war, what you're going through now. Haven't you heard the saying, it's a war on the mind? So if your mind is at war, who's teaching your hands to it? Who's teaching your mind to that war? Your hands are your weapons in the scripture, so that you can navigate through them. Your mind is the sword being sharpened, so you can cut that devil, that demon. All right? The demons around you, the demons and the shit that you see, demons that try to jump on you. It's the war of the mind and the spirit first, before the physical, all-out chaos, disorder war. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. All right, principalities, wickedness. Well, not, matter of fact, we get that Salaki instead of quoting it.
That's how Paul spoke about the, that battle between the flesh and the spirit. 6 and 18 Ephesians.
I got it. It's just my thing came.
Oh, it's just there too.
Paul, what did Paul say? What my flesh would do?
Ephesians 6 and 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places."
Right. All that, hey, is the war of the mind. War on your spirit. That enchantment from the Kellogg's a Rice Krispie treat box. All right? The Snap, Crackle, and Pop. The Mickey Mouse Club subliminal messaging. All right? Buy this toy. All right? Listen to this music. Be enchanted. All this. War on your mind is real. War on your heart. Pulling your heartstrings to deceive yourself, to lead you astray as that lost sheep.
It's always say it's a war outside. It is a war outside, right? In your mind first.
The war inside.
It is a war inside your mind, man. You know, on top of walking that straight and narrow. You know?
Hey, why do you think they say, hey, get out your own head? All right, you have to get out your own head sometime. And don't justify yourself. How can you justify yourself? You have to be justified in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, you got it free? You got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 17. It says, "Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of spirit."
Right, all is vanity and vexation of the spirit. All right? We are under the sun. If you're not working for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, everything is 10 times, hey, worse than you could have it. All right, because it's bad. But when you have not Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you have not the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how to navigate, how to move. All right, how to cast that demon out, to maneuver and get away through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're left without a defense. You have no armor in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You have no armor. You're out here naked. All right?
Verse 18. It says, "Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be here, that shall be after me."
You can drop that. But the men that are after us, all right? We know that there's not going to be any men after us through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai in this system. All right? Because as we spoke, we're in the last days of the last days, in the final times and final hours of the last days.
Final countdown.
That song was playing today. It's been playing. It's just been a theme of the day. All right? It's the final countdown. This day and this time.
That was it on that.
Yeah, that's it. You got something? Time it?
Revelations 13 and verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be deleted."
Right. Here it is. If you choose, hey, to worship this image, to keep after the way of this devil, hey, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to do away with you. You're worship in the image, wanting to be on one accord with this system, allowing this man to put his mark on you.
Kind of believe that you're in better hands by believing on this double. When Yahweh Shem Yahushua can get you out of the situation.
Right. Because ultimately you're believing upon yourself.
We say woe unto those that go down to use it for help.
Yeah.
You said war unto you, motherfuckers. Right? That's you said Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a man of war.
You said woe.
Whoa.
Destruction.
Destruction.
All right? Which war brings destruction. All right? Hey, because you lost the war. At first you lost the war in your mind. Then now you're going to have to lose the war on your flesh. All right?
16, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in the right hand or in their foreheads.
Right. Hey, to receive a charagma in their foreheads. All right? The right hand or their foreheads. To receive that Walmart, that RFID, C-HIP, Blackstone, digital ID,
Neuroscience,
Neuralink, Neuroweb.
They have a lot of more brands coming.
A device to be able to buy, sell, or trade. A device to be able to make it in society. A mandatory device, digital device for you to live. For your basic necessity that is given to you through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They have franchised and taking everything unto themselves. They have hoarded up all manner of riches, which whether it be the rich soil, the rich seed of the earth, these devils had hoarded it up to themselves and said, now you must have this this device to be able to live after the natural man. You have to become unnatural. And still not even going to give you the natural things. Still give you a BS food. All for their entertainment. Why? Because they set themselves up as the Most High. They want to control everything and everyone. The devil, Satan, wants to make man in his image. Don't want you in the image of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why he sets himself up on the throne as God. So you could be like him. That's that John 8:44. He wants you to be a form of him. A God like him. Not the true living power. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This MOTB is not for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. That's who this message is to. It's not for you to take. You other nations, do whatever you want. Live your best life. We don't give a shit. You'll be right in the kingdom. After 1,000 years of hardcore, rigorous bondage. Because those who have led into captivity shall go into captivity. All right? This is the patience and the faith of the saints. This is our heritage that we are fighting for. We are fighting to make a better place for really the entire existence under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. We need our power. All right, so that we can live a more fulfilled, abundant life in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, us, our nation, first and foremost, and with us clinging unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, then it leads you to be better and have a more fulfilled and abundant life. Right.
What, you don't want to see that? I mean, we know Esau, Edom, though.
We know he won't.
Yeah. Because he's trying to build, this is his kingdom, you know. So this is what he has to rule. This is the way that he would rule.
Right.
You know?
This is everything he wanted.
Right. That's why he has the fatness of the earth. This is how he deems pleasable. He likes this, you know, how this world smells.
Right. He likes this concrete jungle.
Like fake.
He liked the fake. He liked the weather pattern. He liked his women fake. Instead of naturally grown. All right? Pleasant smells and everything. Nah, he wants a death box. He wants some wolf. All right? But hey, Lord willing, hey, this has been an edifying, uplifting camp. You got to preach. One more you got to preach too.
Verse 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Right. You won't be able to buy or sell unless you agree to this man's system. You won't be able to go on with business as usual in the so-called American way. Or the so-called way of the past. With your fiat currency. All right, this is worldwide, but chiefly we're talking about here, the shores of America. You will not be able to live as normal because the whole system is changing. That's why you see every country rolling out, hey, their digital IDs and currencies. Right? Right? Well, Lord willing, hey, this was an edifying, uplifting camp. We're going to face the east and give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the occupants out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity. The men, women, and children listen and learning to the Bible should never doubt the house of David. Until the next time, it's men of valor saying Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.